Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham. So far 7 problems I've completed on capital gain. In this video I'm going to cover up 3 more problems, 8th, 9th and 10th. So you can see every problem 1 or 2 new points we are coming across, and particularly regarding the tax liability, because we have different methods of calculating the tax under the old regime and the new regime. So you have to focus on each and every problem, gather the new points, focus on the new points, how we have dealt according to the provisions of Income Tax Act. So if you want the complete command, first you must go through the theory concept. Then only you can be able to understand the problems. So my suggestion to my students, go to the earlier assessment years videos, because the procedure has not changed, only the tax rates have been changed, right? So be perfect about the theory, then you come to the problems. Now, before starting the 8th problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems which I have given in the link under my description. Take the screenshot of the points, then I'll explain. Come on, see the problem number 8. Mr. Vijay Raj purchased gold for rupees 5 lakh. Gold is a capital asset. On 6th September 1989, and its fair market value on 1/4/2001 is 9,50,000. So actually when the asset is purchased before 1/4/2001, the assessee can choose either the cost or FMV, whichever is higher. So here 9,50,000 is higher, that he will be taken as cost of acquisition. On 16th January 2005, he has ordered to make ornament of the gold by spending 2,26,000. Cost inflation index 130. So earlier he has purchased gold. Now he has spent the money on converting the gold into ornaments. That is called improvement. So how much cost is incurred? 2,26,000. On 14th December 2013, he offered to sell this ornament to a businessman and received 1,50,000 as advance. On the agreed date, the businessman negatived the sale transaction, and accordingly the deposit forfeited. Already in the earlier 2 problems I have explained regarding the money forfeited, advance money forfeited. Now you have to see the date. If the forfeited amount is before 1/4/2014, then the amount of advance should be deducted from the cost of acquisition. Here it is forfeited on 14th December 2013. That means it is before 1/4/2014. So this advance received 1,50,000 will be deducted from the cost of acquisition 9,50,000. From 9,50,000 deduct 1,50,000, 8 lakh. 8 lakh will be taken as the cost of acquisition. Then during the previous year 23-24, the ornament is sold for 35,25,000 and selling expense of 25,000. This is the consideration received and selling expense. Calculate capital gain and tax liability under the optional tax regime. Optional tax regime का मतलब previous old tax regime. Then if age of the assessee on the date of sale is 82 years, that means super senior citizen. For old tax regime, we have to consider the years also, because we have different tax rate for non-senior, senior and super senior. Here 82 years means super senior. The basic exemption limit is 5 lakh. And the income under other heads is 2,25,000. So income under other heads 2,25,000. We are required to compute the income from capital gain and also the tax liability. Come on, we'll start. So computation of long-term capital gain of Mr. Vijay Raj for the assessment year 24-25. Complete sentence you should write. Then consideration received 35,25,000 given, and selling expenses 25,000 given. So net consideration 35 lakh, we got it. Now indexed cost of acquisition. In working note you should write down that point. The advance received is before 1/4/2014. So advance money received and forfeited will be deducted from the FMV. from the fair market value. Then we'll get 9,50,000 minus 1,50,000 is equal to 8 lakh. This is the 8 lakh into 348 by 100. If any asset is purchased before 1/4/2004, 1/4/2001, if any asset is purchased before, then we have to take the index number as 100. So 348 by 100 will get 27,84,000. Now during the year 2020, which year amount is spent? 2005-2006. Because on 16th January 2005 he has ordered to make the ornament by spending 226,000. Cost inflation index 113. So it is 2004-2005. So during 2004-2005 he has spent the amount 2,26,000 on improvement. At that time inflation index was 113 given in the problem. So 226,000 into 348 by 113, 6,96,000. Take the total of this, 34,80,000. Now subtract. 35 lakh minus 34,80,000, long-term capital gain is 20,000. That's it. Now tax liability under optional tax regime. Optional means old tax regime. For super senior citizen, because age 80 plus, if an SSC crosses the age of 80 years, he will become super senior. The basic exemption limit is 5 lakh, right? But the income under other heads is only 2,25,000. Basic exemption limit 5 lakh, but he is having other incomes only 2,25,000. Hence there is a deficiency of 2,75,000. 5 lakh minus 2,25,000. There is a deficiency in basic exemption. Deficiency of 2,75,000. This deficiency of 2,75,000 can be deducted from long-term capital gain. But long-term capital gain itself we have only 20,000. That means the tax liability will be nil. No tax is to be paid by the SSC. That's it. This is the 8th problem. Now I am reading out the 9th problem. Mr. Madan Mohan is an employee of a limited company and gets annual salary of 12,50,000 salary income. He owns a house in Jamshedpur which is used for residence. The house was purchased in February 2006 for 3,51,000. That means after 1/4/2001. In February he purchased for 3,51,000. During the year 2008 and 9, he constructed one more floor by spending 95,900. This is the improvement. So acquisition cost and improvement cost is also there. Then on 9th May 2023, he entered into an agreement to sell the house and received 1,50,000 as advance. As the sale transaction is not completed, rupees 1 lakh is forfeited through a mediator. So when this advance is received and forfeited on May 2023, just now I told you, if advance is received after 1/4/2014, and forfeited, it will be taken under income from other sources. It should not be deducted from cost of acquisition. Now here 1 lakh rupees are received and forfeited. This should be taken under income from other sources. On 17th August 2023, he sold the property for 42 lakh. Consideration received and selling expense 2%. And income from other sources are 9,200. Come calculate the capital gain and tax liability for the assessment year 24-25 under the old tax regime specifically given. Old tax regime we have to apply, right? And CII, cost inflation index 2005-2006 is 117, 2008-9 137 and 23-24 348. Clearly given. First of all, we have to calculate. We have to calculate the long-term capital gain. Because the asset was held for more than 3 years. Mr. Madan Mohan, consideration received 42 lakh given in the problem. Transfer expense are 2%. Selling expenses. So 2% of 42 lakh, 84,000. Subtract 84, net consideration for 1,16,000. Now less indexed cost of acquisition. He has purchased the house for 3,51,000. Current year index is 348 and the index number of the year of purchase, it is given in the last line. 2005, 2006 it was purchased and it was 117 was the index number. So divide by 117. So 351,000 into 348 by 117, 10,44,000. He has made some improvement in the house. Indexed cost of improvement. How much amount he has spent? 95,900 given in the problem. Current year index 348 and the index number in which the improvement was made is 137. So 95,900 into 348 by 137, 2,43,600. Add up both, 12,87,600. Now subtract 41,16,000 minus 12,87,600, 28,28,400. This is the long-term capital gain. That's it. Working note. Advance money received and forfeited is after 1/4/2014, so it is taxable from income from other sources. Now, in examination also, you must write the working notes like this. Now, computation of tax liability under the old scheme. So, for calculating tax liability, we have to segregate the normal income and special income. LTCG is a special income, flat 20% tax rate. So, separately we have to calculate. Whereas normal income, he is having income from salary 12,50,000, income and from other sources 9,200, and advance money received and forfeited is 1 lakh. So total comes to 13,59,200. This is the normal income. Now we calculate tax on normal income. Slab income rate tax. First of all, it is not mentioned what is the age of the SSC. So we assume non-senior citizen. For non-senior citizen, 2,50,000 is the exemption limit. So up to 2,50,000 is the income, nil. From 2,50,001 to 5 lakh rupees, second slab, 2,50,001 to 5 lakh, 2,50,000 is the income, 5% is the tax rate. So 2,50,000 into 5%, 12,500. Third slab goes from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh rupees. From 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh, income is 5 lakh, 20% is the tax rate. So 20% of 5 lakh, it comes to 1 lakh. And finally, over 10 lakh rupees, whatever is the balance. So we'll take the balance. Total income was 13,59,200. From 13,59,200, subtract 2,50,000, 2,50,000 and 5 lakh. So 10 lakh rupees you subtract. The remaining 3,59,200, on which the tax rate is 30%. So multiply 359,200 into 30%, 1,07,760. Take the total, 2,20,260. This is the tax on the normal income. Remember, if you are not clear regarding the tax structure, I suggest you go to the starting second video. In this playlist, second video I have uploaded on tax structure. In that, all these old rates and new rates I have given in one video, so that you watch it carefully. So tax on normal income 220,260, tax on LTCG. LTCG is 28,28,400 into 20%, 5,65,680. Take the total, 220,260, 565,680, 7,85,940. To this you add compulsory health and education cess 4%. So 4% of 7,85,940, it comes to 31,438. Add up both, 8,17,378. 8,17,378. This is the tax slab. Now round it off to the nearest 10. So instead of 78, we take it 80. We take it 80. So 8,17,380 is the rounded off tax slab. That's it. One more problem. 10th problem. On 14th July 1972, Sri Naidu, age 64 years. 64 years means senior citizen because over 60 years, but below 80. This age will be required only if old tax regime is selected. If new tax regime is selected, we don't require age. Now purchased a house property for 9,100. Oh. So in 1972 he has purchased, before 1/4/2001, for 9,100. Now the following are the related particulars. Particulars: year, age, year, amount, and CII, cost inflation index. Construction of first floor in 1998-99. This construction was taken place before 1/4/2001. So we should not consider the acquisition cost and construction before 1/4/2001 if you choose FMV on 1/4/2001. So construction of second floor in 2001-2002, 1 lakh, index number 100. Renovation of the house 2002-2003, 1,05,000, 105 index number. And whitewash and painting 2007-2008, 30,000, 129. Remember, whitewash and painting is a revenue expenditure. It is not an improvement on the value of the asset. It is maintenance cost. So whitewash and painting should not be considered while calculating cost of acquisition or capital gain. Simply write a note. The amount spent on whitewash and painting should not be considered in capital gain because it's a revenue expenditure. Fair market value of the property on 1/4/2001 is 3 lakh. Now we should not consider any expenditure incurred before 1/4/2001 because we are taking FMV. So 9,100 we should not consider and 75,000 we should not consider. We will take 3 lakh. During the previous year 2023-24 the property was sold for 48 lakh. This is the consideration received. Selling expenses 1.5% and advance received 70,000. If advance received forfeited, then only we will come across the other provision. It will be treated as other sources or deduct from acquisition. Here advance received is only a part of sale consideration. We should not consider this advance received because this advance is a part of consideration received, 48 lakh. Compute income from capital gain and tax liability under normal tax regime. Normal tax regime का मतलब default tax regime, current new tax regime. If income from other head is nil, no other income, only this LTCG. Very simple problem. Consideration received 48 lakh given. Selling expense are 1.5% of 48 lakh, 72,000. Subtract net consideration 47 lakh, 28,000. Now indexed cost of acquisition. When an asset is purchased before 1/4/2001, the assessee can choose actual cost or FMV, whichever is higher. Here FMV is higher, 3 lakh is the FMV, 3 lakh into 348 by 100. Purchase year index should be taken as 100. Now 10 lakh 44,000. Index cost of construction. During the year 2001-2002, they have constructed 1 lakh rupees. By spending 1 lakh rupees, construction was made. So 1 lakh into 348 by 100, it comes to 3 lakh 48,000. Next one is indexed cost of renovation. Renovation is also one of the capital expenditure because in this problem, whitewashing is separately given, renovation is separately given. So in that case, renovation can be treated as capital expenditure. So 1 lakh 5,000 into 348 by 105, it comes to 3 lakh 48,000. Now add up the three amounts, 10 lakh 44,000 plus 348 plus 348, 17 lakh 40,000 is the total deduction. So 47 lakh 28,000 minus 17 lakh 40,000. The resulting figure is 29 lakh 88,000. This is the LTCG. That's it. Working note, you must write whitewashing and painting in not a capital expenditure, so ignored. Advance money received is a part of sale consideration, so it should not be considered. Computing the tax liability. One part completed, that is computation of LTCG. Second part, calculating the tax liability under the normal tax regime. Normal tax regime means default tax regime. Income under other head is nil. If income under other head is given, the basic exemption will be given from other heads. But here he don't have any income from other heads. So basic exemption is 3 lakh for new scheme, default scheme. So that minimum exemption 3 lakh will be deducted from LTCG, right? So basic exemption of 3 lakh can be given from LTCG. Taxable LTCG will be 29 lakh 88,000 minus 3 lakh. It comes to 26 lakh 88,000. Now the tax rate is 20%. The rate of tax 20% is same for old scheme as well as new scheme. So 20% of 26 lakh 88,000, 5 lakh 37,600. To this 4% health and education cess 21,504, add up 5 lakh 59,104. So we have to round it off to the next nearest to 10. So instead of 04 we'll take 00. So 5 lakh 59,100. 4 rupees we have to round off. So 5 lakh 59,100 is the tax liability. So 8th, 9th, 10th, 3 problems, each and every point I have explained in detail. After completing 10 problems, I hope that students got a lot of confidence. Give the comments. I'll be more than happy by seeing the comment that students are following my lecture. They are benefiting from lecture. Still many students are giving the, comments. I'm responding to them. It gives me more motivation. So share my channel, subscribe, give a like. Inshallah, we'll continue the next problem in the next video.